Started with sand, expanding, building with Metaverse brand, immerse Decentraland, and TCG world expanding, creating work expanding, each month give away 10 grand, storm riding, storm riders and fans, submit your started with the game jam, now you want to go, didn't care at first, but now you want to know, wanna work in the Metaverse, tell you where to go, bear make it through the sandstorm, that's a really pro, get your target, get your assets on the market, bully bulldoze in the bear market, that's the magic, that's the carpet, here comes sandstorm for the artists, dizzy, sandstorm, yeah. Started with sand, expanding, building with Metaverse brand, immerse Decentraland, and TCG world expanding, creating work expanding, each month give away 10 grand, storm riding, storm riders and fans, submit your big old hand, submit your bid, get your wallet lit, your artist audience and build your client list, your target, get your assets on the market, bully bulldoze in the bear market, that's the magic, that's the carpet, here comes sandstorm for the artists, yeah. Started with sand, expanding, building with Metaverse brand, immerse Decentraland, and TCG world expanding. Land's getting scarce out there, oh yeah, better buy land than a bear, yeah. This could be your brand / chance, get out there. You can stake on your land, your community your land while you earning. Yeah, game making 8.0 coming out real soon, we gon' learn it. Streaming videos in the Metaverse, got my wheels, got the best artists in the industry working. Travel through the sandstorm, it was worth it. Your collection will be perfect with the Sandstorm Metaverse building person.
Wow, that is that is the first time that I have seen that. Slaterade told me that a music video had been created, or a Sandstorm theme song had been created. I want the link to that, Slaterade, if you could shoot that to me, because I've got an event tomorrow. And oh no, wait, it's today. I've got an event later today. Game Dizzy just sent it over. I am going to share this with some Decentraland DJs, and I am going to try to get them to kind of be in a competition to create another one. That is awesome. I think that's really cool when people from the community put stuff like that together. And I did notice that Game Dizzy specifically was mentioned in that video, but I didn't hear Slaterade mentioned, or DCL Curations or Oscom. So, but we are here today with, Dizzy put it together? Did Dizzy make the whole entire thing? Either way, that's really cool. But yeah, so we're here. We're going to do a builder stream today, or some Blender stream. But for anybody who has questions about Blender, this is also just kind of like an open office hours. So I see that we've got VV Cryptos. I know you had a question about, I believe, exporting animations that we'll get to. OG Shakes Beer, haven't seen you before. What is up? And Jazz Wolf, welcome. Cynthia Gabriel, Tom Voxel. How is it going, everybody? Just wanted to start off. Oh, by the way, you will get some alpha today. I just got the pass from Slaterade to provide some epic alpha. Oh, 9A, 7A, what is up? But wanted to kick off with a reminder about DCL Builder Contest number 7, the movie marathon. So we only have one bid in so far. It's Thursday, at least where I am. So build submissions close tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. UTC, and the movie marathon, you've finally been rescued from your island, you've gotten home, and after all you've been through, all you want to do is sit down and watch some movies. So you want to recreate a scene from one of your favorite movies. And it's a one parcel build constraint. And then the only thing to note is don't infringe on copyrights. And the example we use is, if you're recreating Superman, don't use the actual Superman logo. But outside of that, I'm very excited to see the movie marathon submissions. And I see we have Pablo from Golfcraft in here also. What is up? And Abriel from Golfcraft, I believe, will be on the judge panel for this one as well. He's got quite the background in the movie and cinematics scene. So yeah, that'll be awesome. And if anybody has questions about how to submit, please let me know. There actually is a new way that we will be doing judging and voting when the next contest goes live. So very excited to be able to showcase some of those features. But on to the alpha. Do 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 do. We have been working on the Sandstorm headquarters, which has officially been deployed here in Decentraland. So we're just going to do a little bit of a walkthrough. It hasn't been officially released, but I think next week's event we will be doing here. So welcome to the Sandstorm headquarters for the first time. And just coming in, we have some bunkers down here with all the social links that you can go to. And then the main tower. The whole concept was that basically the tower is a docking station. And since Sandstorm works with so many metaverses and so many different groups, all of these different ships dock here, and then those ships can be decked out for different partners and different events. So there's the main bunker and some entertainment area down here for your live streams. And then if we go into the command center, we have all of the different ships or floors for partner booths here, as well as a link to the main stage, which is where all of the streams will be taking place, or most of the streams will be taking place moving forward. And then I'll just show off one of these ships here. If we go to floor 1, we can go out and into one of the ships. And so these ships have about 30 booths or 30 pods per ship and 3 floors. And so we can go up second floor, and then we've got the third floor here, which we have kind of staged to showcase what people could do with this area. And then exit signs on each floor, and the rest of the space is just kind of set up for like parkour and hardcore parkour and chilling around. So you can jump around all the meteors and the ships, and we'll probably make some competitions out of this moving forward. But yeah, if anybody is interested in exploring this area right now, it is at 48 negative 84. So that is the alpha for today, pre-release. Oh, and the giant sandstorm logo on the side of it. That's something we just put in. But yeah, so this is something that I think this was a team of 6 people that have been developing this for 2.5 months now. And we utilized a lot of black box spaces. So just to talk about like how we made the ships work, the vertical space, we've actually utilized black boxes. So when you walk into a ship, you actually get teleported to another space on the map that you can't see right now. It's in like kind of an invisibility cloak. And so each ship has 3 floors, and then they're all stacked black boxes, so that we were able to maximize the space for partner events and booths. But if anybody has any questions about developing experiences in Decentraland or anything like that during this stream, definitely let me know. Um, Outside of, I think that's the only alpha I have to drop today. That was some pretty good alpha, though, I'm not gonna lie. But now we can go over to Blender. And this is something that I have been working on, or a team and myself have been working on for the Decentraland virtual library. And so this is the floor plan or the layout for the virtual library. And today I do need to build some cabinets over here. We have other pieces that I need to drop in, but I do need to build a cabinetry area over here, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing. But one thing that I wanted to showcase, and that I think we might have talked about before on one of these streams, but it's about the textures and a new feature called Dream AI, which is a plugin to Blender. And all of the textures that we're using here have been generated by artificial intelligence. So it's really pretty cool. And I'll actually, oops, because I don't want to mess with anything that I currently have in here. I will say before I demonstrate this, after I installed the plugin for Dream AI, I spent so much time looking at different textures and materials and trying to think of like, oh, this would look good or that would look good. And then, hours just go by. And it is like a penny, it might be 1 cent or 10 cents to use this feature. But I will show it right now. Yeah, Slater Aid makes you think of producing music and trying to find the perfect snare. Yeah, I was just like, I didn't know that when you first installed the plugin, you only had like 100 generations that you got for free. And so I was just generating like a madman, and then it ran out, and I was like, oh, I have to pay for this now. But click on an object, enter edit mode, and then where's not what I wanted to do. Dream. Here's my installation. Just Gibbous says there is a completely free plugin called Dream Textures. So I think this is Dream Textures. It's hold on 1 second. Let me. I'll show you the YouTube video really quick. And I know when I've installed it, it's called Dream Textures, but where's it's this video. This one right here is the video that I was thinking of. And yeah, I will drop that link to okay, it's Dream Textures. I just call it Dream AI, but it's not entirely free. I found that out. They just recently did a new update where you're actually linked to like an account. But if you had installed a previous version, then it was entirely free. So I know like Cyclopa, he actually is able to generate them entirely free. But since I installed the latest version, mine is like 1 cent or 10 cents per generation. Yeah, I know. It's called hold on, I'll pull it up. 1 second. It's this. I don't know if I should be showing that information. But yeah, it's through Dream Studio. So you set up a Dream Studio account, and then you have the ability to generate all these materials and textures. And if it's 1 cent per, I could live with that. Yeah. I mean, 1 penny, I think I spent $10 and I get 1,000 generations. So whatever that works out to, it might be a penny. But if anybody, this would actually be kind of a fun interactive thing. If anybody has some prompts or something that you would like generated, I will type it into the subject line and generate these textures, and then I'm happy to send them out afterwards. But it's cool. I think one of the coolest ones that I've seen is if you type in something like Sistine Chapel, and then we do seamless. You think I'm using something? Dream Textures is now available through the Blender market. If you want to support my work on this tool, feel free to purchase it there. However, the add-on will continue to be completely free and open sourced on GitHub. Man, no, I think I'm using the same thing, but that's interesting because I'm in the Dream Textures Discord, and I was talking with the dev that made it, but maybe I need to. I'll look into that. But if anybody wants something generated, we can generate it right here and see what comes up. Sometimes it takes a couple of generations to get something that I'm looking for. but it's really nice that you can adjust the width and the height, and then you can save them all separately. This isn't giving me exactly what I want. I'll just do Sistine Chapel. Maybe plugin free, but paid to use. I mean, yeah, the plugin is definitely free, and everybody gets. Well, at least when I installed it, people do updates all the time. This is kind of more what I was looking for. So you can type in anything that you want, and then it saves all of them here, all of your generations. And then whenever I find something that has been generated, I just save that as a local file, and then I can apply it to anything that I'm working on. And yeah, better than finding random reference images that other people have probably used. Yeah, it's really cool, but I do get carried away sometimes. Like, there's so many things I haven't even typed in before. Like, I wonder if I typed in like alien abduction. Like, I just don't even know the kinds of things that this might generate. That's kind of neat. I can see that being on like a wearable or being a amphitheater. Ooh, that one's kind of neat. It's crazy what people or I guess not people. I guess it's robots. It's crazy what robots are able to do. Let's see what it looks like on this character. Do you use lexica.art? I do not use lexica.art, but I can look into it. 1 second. Search for an image. Okay, give me a prompt. Toss me something. I'll do movie. Cat in space. Okay, that's a good one. Interest. Are all of these licensable, or are all of these license free? Like, you can use any of these? Oh, it's all AI. Oh, all of this is AI? That's interesting. Pretty cool. Stable diffusion search engine. Generate. Cat in space. Oh, 1 second. Generate. I've heard of the Dolly 2. I haven't worked that much with the AI generation platforms, but I know there's a lot out there. And I've actually, while this is generating, I've actually heard that a lot of artists are getting very, very upset with AI generative tools, because a lot of prompts that people put in are things that are like the specific name of an artist, like Dali or Picasso. And then it's generating all of this artwork. And it's kind of the artists are basically saying they're getting ripped off because they've created a unique art style, and now anybody is able to just go randomly generate that stuff. So pros and cons, I suppose, to the AI world, but I do think it's really interesting how that will impact creatives or creators moving forward. But the one thing I would say with this is, like, this texture, I could maybe put this in a picture frame, right? But it's not a texture that I would be able to apply to surfaces. So I always do seamless generation. So right now we're seeing like just an alien, but if I were to try to apply that as a texture, then I guess it would just I mean, I guess I could have a wallpaper of just aliens, but I would do things like dark cathedral stone or marble. Marble's always nice. Marble. Let's see what it comes up with. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's not too bad. What if I were to change this to that? Actually, what is this one? I could call this dark marble. I'm totally gonna mess this up. Oh, it's my dark tile. Ah, I do love that tile though. I do love that tile. Maybe I have to save this separately. That's okay. I don't need to install new marble right now anyway. But oh, nice PC. It takes me 10 seconds to generate an image. Oh, yeah. Actually, I haven't shown off my PC in a while, but I've got quite the build here. If anybody is interested in building a PC and has PC questions, let me know. But yeah, I can generate like a picture every 5 seconds. It's actually quite nice, and it doesn't crash or anything like that. Dark gold, maybe. Yeah, and also if anybody has requests, like if anybody wants a specific texture, I'm more than happy to generate some textures for you. And I also need to look into that subscription fee. But in the meantime, I guess I will start developing something. We can make a filing cabinet. Put it over by the book blaster. If anybody wants to see the book blaster. Oh, did I already mention this? There is an event in Decentraland I have going on in 3 hours. What time is it? In an hour and a half. I think it's in an hour and a half, actually, and I will share this really quickly. Right here, we will be doing giveaways. I know Slaterade mentioned anytime that there's a nice giveaway event in Decentraland, we should promote it. So that's what we're doing. We have, I think, 12 different wearables, mythics and legendary, that will be given away. And we have DJ tracks performing as well at the curation station. And we're just going to go through the course application form for our current grant, which is the library that you see me working on now. We're developing a virtual library with gamified experiences. So for anybody interested, well, I'll be putting out another tweet soon, but I will share this link as well for anybody looking to have courses made or looking to get some free wearables. And I'll actually, I'll talk about this a little bit and some of the modeling and the way that we've structured it from a gamified standpoint. So this is actually the book blaster here, and we've got. There we go. So a bunch of books will be scattered around. It's a library. So not only are we going to have the library courses available where you can actually go in, there's a library card UI that will tell you the courses that are available. But then you can collect books. You bring them over to the room here and you can load up the book blaster. And then there's a gamified filing game where the shelves constantly move and they're all alphabetized. And so you have to line up the books with the proper shelf and file them properly in order to get course credits and gain trust with the librarian. And the course credits are what you use to check out additional books. And then these are actually going to move. These are going to move into this room, but right now we have the book repair benches, and then we've got the scissors, the tape, and the paper that are all going into the book repair, and have those as spawnable items throughout the library. So people will be able to go throughout the day and, you know, collect and gather these different materials, repair books, and then be able to again gain course credits, which they can use to actually check out the books. And then we're turning this into, I believe, the wearables room, which Sango has been developing. And from a gamification, or I guess from a server standpoint, maybe the way that we have decided to set it up is all of the bookshelves have a slot that is cut out of it, and then they have a book assigned to that slot. And so as we on the back end start creating more and more courses, then each course that gets uploaded will just automatically populate the next book. So there, I think we have like, I don't know, 200 spots in here right now. And I think our plan is only to have around 40 courses in by the end of January. 40 might be a lot, maybe 30 courses in, so a lot of space to grow for sure. But it's just interesting when you start thinking about it from a gamified standpoint. Like, I had put all of these bookshelves in, and then I realized that I needed to have cutouts in every shelf, and I needed to have a literal book in every shelf. So then I deleted the entire floor plan, and then I created one shelf with the cutouts, and then you have to group them all and categorize it and file them into collections for like the spawn materials. It's just an interesting way of looking at builds when you're developing an experience versus just a building. And how VV Cryptos, how to export more than one animation to DCL. You can't. You cannot export more than one animation to DCL. So if you were to animate objects, like for example, this book blaster, I don't have the animation in this file, but this book blaster has an animation where you can shoot the books out into the filing cabinet and then it reloads. But that animation is going to be exported separately. And then the animations for like the book repair bench, for example, this will clamp the books once you insert the proper materials, and then a ticker will start or a timer will start. But that animation is also a separate file. So you can only import to Decentraland Builder one animation at a time. So yeah, if you have multiple animations in your scene, you need to break those objects out and then upload them to the Decentraland Builder as additional files, and then just rearrange them in your scene the way that you would want them to be. I hope that answers your question. I feel like that was a pretty long-winded response to how to export animations. But yeah, to sum it up one at a time. Well, I guess I will start on my filing cabinet now. I don't really know what I want it to look like. You are welcome, VV Cryptos. It's always good to have an avatar dropped in here as well, but a box is typically about the size of an avatar. We'll have this here. I'm thinking about the staging. If we have that there, and then we'll take the book benches, and we'd probably put these on the back wall. Also, of course, if anybody has any other questions, please let me know. Thinking we want multiple workbenches. I think that just makes sense. And you could repair multiple books at a time. I think those are inbound. Yeah, those are good. So let's see what I want to do here. Seems a bit tall for cabinetry. It's a little better. It's so weird streaming because I had asked Slaterate about this, if we should do some things in Discord where other people can also join into the chat and ask live questions, but we didn't do it today. But if that's something anybody would be interested in, then we can look into doing that in the future. But overall, kind of an introspective experience, I would say, being on stream. Let's put like 5 cuts in here. No, we might need like 8. 8's good. 8 looks pretty good. Slaterade, where's the background music? I hate how it does this. There it is. I tried VV Cryptos. I tried with Bones to use an SDK, but is not easy. I will try again. I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. I'm assuming by Bones you mean like the avatar rig, but I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. I always have the worst time beveling all of these. I probably should have just done it differently. That's okay though. It's more like what I want. Are you old Blender user? I also don't know what that means. If you're asking if I'm old and use Blender, I like to think that I'm less than middle-aged and use Blender. I've been using Blender for, I don't know, maybe a year or so. I don't do too much development myself. I more am on the project manager side of things. But I do like getting into Blender and just messing around and making stuff. It's basically what I wanted. It's interesting once you make stuff in Blender, though, you kind of realize how simple everything is to make in life. Kind of looks like a cabinet. All right, I don't hate it. Might want to solidify this though. Oh yeah, that's it. That looks pretty good. VV, sorry for English. No worries. I really like Blender stream. Nice. VV Cryptos, did you save the animation as an action from the dope sheet? That 9A7A, I'm not sure. Yeah, so VV Cryptos, if you didn't see 9A7A's comment, wondering if you saved the animation as an action from the dope sheet. And meanwhile, I'm actually going to add another one of these. I want to make a handle, kind of like an ornate handle, perhaps. Probably should have done this in a separate Blender file now that I think about it. That's all right. I think I'm gonna want to curve this actually. It's a bit much. This is like a handmade cabinet railing for Blender. Don't worry, we are going to smooth this up. 987A. This is the thing that I try to do. If I save all the animations there, can use in the SDK, right? Even for the SDK, you probably want your assets as separate assets, even for the SDK. Like, I think hypothetically, you could deploy your full scene with all animations as one file via the SDK, but it just makes things more complicated for you down the road if you have to like edit the scene or anything like that. So I definitely recommend anything that you animate to be a separate file. Doesn't look too shabby. Just don't like how this joint is. I might have to loop cut this part here. That's fine. That's fine. We're not going to be too picky today. Looks more like cabinets that would open up side by side, doesn't it? Guess we could do that. It's not too bad. Okay. Let's get a texture for this handle. I'm thinking brass, maybe brass or gold. Wish I knew how to spell patinaed. That would be a good one. Old gold cabinet handle. I guess that's actually a pretty bad thing for me to put in because I just really want old gold now that I think about it. Otherwise, it's not going to be a very seamless texture for me to apply. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. Did I just lose it? Why did I generate so many things? That's more stone, I guess. You really like just watching people build in Blender. I like building in Blender. It's kind of therapeutic. I just kind of don't think about much. Okay. Looks kind of good. I almost wish I had done more twists, I think, but I don't hate it. It reminds, oh my gosh, this reminds me of what's his name? The Pringles guy, the Pringles character. Hold on. It reminds me of his mustache. Now I'm gonna have to put eyes on him. Wait, how did you get it to fit the model like that instead of stretch over it? Sometimes the project is just kind of weird. So, I mean, let's add like a material here, for example. It's all stretched and whatnot. And then you can simply enter edit mode and then unwrap faces. But if the unwrap doesn't do what you want to, then you can do the smart UV project, and it typically comes out a little bit better, although it's not looking the best for this right now. But yeah, the smart UV project just kind of allows you to, or I guess gives the texture a better chance of matching your object. But what color would I want? I guess we'll pop in some rosewood. Starting to look like a desk here, or some cabinets. Oh, wait, no, I was going to make the Pringle Man. Hold on. Before I get distracted, I really want to try to put some eyes on this and see if I can make it look like Mr. Pringle Man on a dresser or on a cabinet. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Move this down a little. I need a reference photo. Hold on. Yeah, this is the guy I'm thinking of right here. He's got a little so actually I need a couple of these. This is why I never get anything done. I'm like, oh, let's make a cabinet. And I'm like, oh, let's make the frickin' dude from the Pringles container. Never know where it is going to go. Just want to size it on the Y. Why won't it let me? Should have made it like a rectangle first. That's fine. Whatever. That's okay. It's actually gonna start looking like Mr. Potato Head, I think. I'm gonna type that in. Potato. Need a potato texture. That's a potato for sure. But I want a seamless potato. I guess that's kind of potato-y. I guess that could be a potato. Okay, that could be potato. It's almost blending with his mustache now, though. Oh, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be good. It's kind of black with some white in there. Maybe we put a speckle of white. He's a bigger mustache. He doesn't really have a mouth, does he? He doesn't have a bow tie, though. How to make a bow tie? I guess we would loop cut it. If we wanted to make a bow tie, I guess we'd probably make it wider. And then we'd probably pop a cut down the middle. And then I guess like that as well. Okay, looking like a bow tie. We can make it off skelter a little. It's not a perfect bow tie. Not what I was looking for from this. Probably would have to move the lines themselves. Just to give us, do you suggest using the newest version of Blender? I'm on Blender 4, maybe. I don't even know what Blender I'm on. Let me see. I don't even know how to check that. I don't know about using the latest version of Blender. I've had some issues, like depending on the plugins that you're using, you need. I think I was on the latest version of Blender, but I was trying to do something and I needed to go back a version or two for compatibility reasons. But yeah, I mean, as long as it's not a like beta version, bottom left corner. Oh yeah, look at that, 3.3.1. It works perfectly fine for me. Come on. I think it was a red bow tie. What a vibrant red though. Might have to put some emissions on this. Kind of more like that. Mr. Potato Pringle Man cabinet. That's what I call them. I might leave this in here. Why not? Oh no. I didn't get the eyes. Oh, looks like a gingerbread man. Maybe I have Christmas on my mind. Totally missed everything Black Friday sale-wise, except that telescope. I bought a telescope. I'm pretty excited to have come in. Yeah. Nice little cabinet guy. And what were we going to use for the texture on this? So I should probably separate the, now that I think about it. Should probably just delete all these. Gosh darn it. I hate when that happens. Oh, and I just goofed myself, didn't I? I did, because I took away a cabinet wall. Oh, oh boy. Blender is being very sensitive today. I don't like how it's leaving all these things here. Really? Are you serious? Anyone here play Decentraland Money Morrison? Yes, I think we all do Decentraland. Slater 8, I try to get on. DCL Creations is actually building this experience for Decentraland. Hosting it a bit. Yes. I need 0.2 cents of Matic to convert my ETH. Polygon is acting up. You can use a ETH or a Matic faucet. There are some faucets out there that allow you to take small amounts of Matic if you need to push a transaction through. I haven't used one in a while, but they're pretty good. Don't want 42 cabinets. Was a bigger move than I thought it was going to be. Matic faucet. What is the site? If you just Google, like, faucets are basically just sites that give people like very small amounts of Matic or very small amounts of Solana, so that you can onboard new users, and there'd be less, I guess, barrier to entry. So I would just Google a Matic faucet. I'm not sure of any in particular right now. Off of the top of my head, though. Let the merge. Should I put Mr. Potato Head on all of them? Probably not. Doesn't look too bad. I see. I probably want some of these drawers to be in. I guess I could just delete it all. Didn't really work for me there, did it? Okay. That's okay. Our studious students will be able to figure out the solution to the rest of those cabinets. Oh, we're actually over time. Look at that. It's 1 o'clock. I need to get ready for the stream that I've got coming up in 1 hour now. I want to double check that really quickly so I don't forget. 2 hours. Okay, it's 2 hours from now. Yeah, so for anybody interested in learning a little bit more about the curation station and winning some wearables or having courses created for you, your game or your experience or your company in Decentraland, come attend the event. It's going to be at the curation station 1:30, and it'll be in 2 hours. And then just as another reminder, we do have the contest number 7 currently live. The movie marathon submissions are due tomorrow. Outside of that, I think I don't think I missed anything, Slaterade. Let me know if I did, but we can always follow up with any other updates. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. I hope you enjoyed the alpha, watching me build a little bit, and have a great rest of your day. And I hope to see you at the event.